The celestial blueprint for the 13th of March 2026 presents a rare and profoundly mystical architecture. We are stepping into a 24-hour period where the boundaries between the physical reality and the unseen spiritual dimensions are virtually non-existent. Today is not a day designed for the loud, the aggressive, or the purely logical. Instead, it is an invitation to submerge yourself into the profound depths of your own intuition. The cosmic weather dominating the sky on this exact date is orchestrated by a highly potent and deeply fated alignment. The fiery, action-oriented planet Mars is moving into an exact, mathematically precise conjunction with the North Node of Destiny. This explosive karmic collision is taking place entirely within the boundless, oceanic, and hypersensitive territory of Pisces. Furthermore, to compound the intensity of this watery landscape, the sky is heavily cloaked by the introspective, confusing, yet magical fog of Mercury retrograde, which is also moving backward through Pisces. Together, these celestial bodies are weaving a complex web of destiny, emotional revelation, and subconscious awakening. Let us break down the anatomy of this extraordinary day, exploring how these planetary forces will manifest in your physical reality and how you can actively align with them to draw immense wealth, vibrant health, and protective energy into your life. To truly grasp the magnitude of the energies at play today, we must first dissect the meeting of Mars and the North Node. In traditional astrology, Mars is the archetypal warrior. It governs our raw physical drive, our primal ambitions, our courage, and the sheer force we use to assert our will upon the material world. Mars prefers straight lines, sharp edges, and immediate, visible results. The North Node, conversely, is not a physical planetary body, but rather a calculated point in the cosmos that represents our collective karmic true north. It is the compass needle pointing toward the ultimate evolutionary path of the soul. When Mars strikes the North Node, it acts as a massive cosmic ignition switch. It triggers a profound, unignorable urge to move toward our destiny. However, on March 13, this fiery ignition is completely submerged in the waters of Pisces. Pisces is the final sign of the zodiac wheel, the realm of the deep ocean, the collective unconscious, dreams, illusions, art, and unconditional, universal love. When the fire of Mars is plunged into the ocean of Pisces, it cannot operate with its usual loud, aggressive, or combat-oriented force. Instead, the energy of action transforms into an undercurrent. It becomes a spiritual drive. The destiny that is being triggered today is not about conquering a corporate ladder or winning a physical battle. The universe is calling upon you to become a spiritual warrior. You are being pushed to take bold, decisive action on your most deeply guarded dreams, your artistic visions, and your intuitive callings. You are being asked to aggressively protect your emotional boundaries, to fight for your inner peace, and to pursue your creative passions with a silent, uncompromising dedication. The actions you take today will have long-lasting, rippling effects on your life's trajectory, but these actions must be guided entirely by your heart and your inner knowing, rather than the cold calculations of your logical mind. Adding an incredibly dense layer of complexity to this already profound day is the presence of Mercury retrograde, also swimming through the sign of Pisces. Mercury is the messenger of the gods, the planet that governs communication, intellect, logic, technology, travel, and commerce. When Mercury appears to move backward in the sky, its outward, expressive energy is forced to turn inward. In the sign of Pisces, Mercury is already operating in its detriment. The planet of sharp logic is uncomfortable in the realm of poetry, symbolism, and boundless emotion. With Mercury moving retrograde here, the mental fog descends, thick and heavy. You will likely find that today, words simply fail to capture your reality. Attempting to articulate complex, logical plans, signing binding legal contracts, or forcing clear, direct communication will inevitably lead to profound misunderstandings, frustrating delays, and deep confusion. Emails may refuse to send, technological systems may mysteriously glitch, and the people around you may wildly misinterpret your intentions. But it is crucial that you do not view this retrograde as a cosmic punishment. It is, in fact, a divine mandate to stop searching the external world for answers. Mercury retrograde in Pisces is the ultimate transit for excavating the subconscious mind. It is dredging up memories from the past, unresolved emotional tides, and long-forgotten, buried dreams. It is a mandated period for internal review, psychological reflection, and releasing the emotional baggage that has been anchoring you down. The universe is intentionally blurring your external vision today so that your internal vision, your intuition, and your spiritual sight can awaken and open fully. When we transition into how you can specifically harness this profound and foggy energy to attract money and material abundance, the strategy must radically shift from the conventional. Financial success on the 13th of March 2026 will absolutely not come from aggressive hustling, cold calling, forcing deals to close, or engaging in high-pressure sales tactics. The energy of Pisces is magnetic, receptive, and fluid. It is never forceful. To attract money today, you must align your vibration with the frequency of allowing, receiving, and tapping into creative flow. Wealth today is deeply, inextricably connected to your ability to connect with the collective unconscious and to offer something to the world that heals, soothes, comforts, or inspires. Because Mercury is retrograde, today is not the ideal time to launch a brand new, untested business venture or to sign your name onto a major, long-term financial contract where the details are obscured. Instead, this is a highly lucrative day to look backward. Wealth is hidden in the past. Revisit past opportunities that you thought were dead. Follow up with old clients or colleagues with whom you have lost touch. Most importantly, rework, refine, and relaunch a project, an idea, or an artistic creation that you started in the past but abandoned. If your work involves any form of creativity, art, music, writing, audio production, and particularly the healing arts, psychology, or spiritual counseling, today holds immense, almost magical potential for financial attraction. The collective consciousness is feeling highly sensitive, emotionally raw, and somewhat lost in the fog of this astrological weather. Therefore, anything you produce or offer that acts as an emotional lighthouse will be highly valued. Content that offers emotional comfort, gentle escapism, deep psychological insights, or spiritual guidance will naturally draw an audience and, consequently, financial reward. Your financial mantra and operational directive for today is this: I release the urgent need to force outcomes. I trust implicitly that my creative gifts and my deep empathy are highly valuable commodities. I attract abundance by aligning with my soul's true purpose and offering my unique, intuitive light to a world that needs healing. Money flows to me effortlessly, like a gentle current, when I am authentic to my inner vision. Focus entirely on the feeling of abundance rather than the mathematics of your bank account. Visualize your financial goals as already accomplished, allowing your body to feel the emotional relief, joy, and security of that success. Pisces responds to the vibration of emotion. It completely ignores the logic of numbers. Regarding your physical health, vitality, and somatic well-being on March 13, the emphasis must be heavily placed on the energetic and emotional body. In the system of medical astrology, Pisces governs the lymphatic system, the immune system, the pineal gland, and the feet. The intense, concentrated cluster of Mars, the North Node, and Mercury retrograde in this deeply porous sign means that your physical vessel may feel unusually sensitive, lethargic, or physically weighed down. Your body is attempting to process not just physical toxins, but a massive amount of emotional and psychic information. If you have been suppressing emotional stress, your immune system may feel slightly compromised today. The most critical and non-negotiable action you can take for your physical health today is to prioritize profound rest and high-quality sleep. Do not force your body to endure grueling, high-intensity workouts. Mars in Pisces rebels against physical exhaustion. It demands gentle, flowing, and restorative movements. Engage in swimming, light stretching, restorative yoga, or Tai Chi. Because Pisces rules the feet, grounding practices are incredibly beneficial and practically medicinal today. If your environment permits, walk barefoot on natural earth or grass to discharge chaotic electrical energy. In the evening, Make it a mandatory ritual to soak your feet in a basin of warm water infused with Epsom salts and soothing essential oils like lavender, chamomile, or frankincense. This simple ancient practice will physically draw the frantic, overactive mental energy down from your head, clear the Mercury retrograde brain fog, and pull physical and energetic toxins out of your system. Furthermore, you must pay extraordinarily close attention to your sleep and your dream state tonight. Mercury retrograde in Pisces makes the subconscious mind highly active, rendering dreams incredibly vivid, symbolic, and often prophetic. Keep a dedicated journal and pen directly beside your bed. Your subconscious mind will be working overtime while you sleep, attempting to heal past traumas and offering you symbolic solutions to the physical or emotional ailments you are currently facing. Your health affirmation for today is, I deeply honor the quiet wisdom of my physical body. I allow myself the rest, retreat, and silence I need to heal. I cleanse my physical and energetic space, consciously releasing all toxic emotions and absorbed energies that no longer serve my highest evolution. My body is a sacred vessel of light, and I nurture it with gentleness, patience, and profound compassion. To cultivate luck and protect your personal energy on this highly psychic day, you must become a master of your own energetic boundaries. Pisces is the ultimate empath of the zodiac. It acts as a sponge, involuntarily absorbing the moods, anxieties, thoughts, and unspoken emotional baggage of everyone in the immediate environment. With Mars acting as a karmic trigger in this space, you may find yourself suddenly overwhelmed by the collective anxiety of the world or the unexpressed anger of a co-worker, mistaking those feelings for your own. Today is a day that requires conscious, energetic shielding. Before you leave your home, before you open your email, or before you engage with the public, take 5 uninterrupted minutes to sit in absolute silence. Close your eyes and vividly visualize a thick, impenetrable bubble of white or luminescent golden light surrounding your entire physical body, extending a few feet outward in all directions. Set a firm, unwavering intention that you will only process and experience your own emotions today, and that any chaotic, heavy, or negative energy from the outside world will effortlessly bounce off this luminous shield. Because external communication is heavily hampered by the Mercury retrograde fog, do not allow yourself to be dragged into arguments or petty debates. If someone misunderstands your words, take a deep breath, step back, and simply let it go. Trying to aggressively defend your point with Mars submerged in Pisces will only lead to severe energetic depletion and even deeper confusion. Silence is your greatest weapon, your ultimate shield, and your most profound source of power today. While the entire collective will feel the heavy mystical waters of March 13 washing over them, the astrological geometry of the day points to 3 specific zodiac signs that will experience these planetary alignments as a direct, monumental shift in their personal lives. First and most obviously, we must address Pisces. If you hold your sun, moon, or ascendant rising sign in Pisces, today is a monumental, highly destined, and potentially exhausting day for you. You are standing in the absolute center of this cosmic storm. Mars and the North Node are actively triggering your first house, the sector of your astrological chart that governs your core identity, your physical appearance, your vitality, and the way you initiate action in the world. You are experiencing a massive push from the universe to step up, to take the lead in your own life narrative, and to boldly assert who you are becoming. The universe is stripping away the versions of yourself that you created merely to please others. However, with Mercury retrograde moving backward through your sign as well, you are likely experiencing a profound internal paradox. While you feel a burning desire to move forward and claim your destiny, you may simultaneously feel completely misunderstood by the outside world, or you may find yourself entirely unable to articulate the massive internal changes you are undergoing. The advice for Pisces today is radical. Stop trying to explain yourself to people committed to misunderstanding you. You do not need anyone else's validation, permission, or comprehension to walk your path. Your intuition is piercingly sharp and breathtakingly accurate right now. Trust the sudden, inexplicable urges you feel, whether it is an urge to drastically change your physical appearance, to launch a new artistic endeavor, or to silently walk away from a relationship or career path that feels spiritually dead. The universe has handed you the pen, and you are being asked to rewrite the script of your destiny. Embrace the chaos of the retrograde. Trust the deep knowing in your gut, and let your actions speak exclusively through your art, your compassion, and your undeniable presence. The second sign deeply and inescapably affected by today's energy is Virgo. Virgo sits exactly opposite to Pisces on the karmic wheel of the zodiac. Because of this perfect opposition, all of the massive planetary energy gathering in Pisces is beaming directly into your 7th house. This is the sector of your chart that governs serious partnerships, marriage, business contracts, and known adversaries. For Virgo, a sign that is fundamentally built upon the desire for order, flawless logic, clear communication, and highly structured routines, the watery, boundless energy of today will feel incredibly disorienting and perhaps even deeply uncomfortable. Furthermore, Mercury is your ruling planet. With your ruler moving retrograde through the blinding fog of your opposite sign, your normally razor-sharp, analytical mind feels clouded, sluggish, and confused. You cannot analyze your way through the events of today. Additionally, Mars and the North Node are triggering highly fated, karmic events within your closest relationships. You may find that a significant ex-partner suddenly reaches out from the past, demanding closure, or that a deeply buried, unresolved emotional issue in your current relationship forcefully rises to the surface, demanding immediate attention. The ultimate, most challenging lesson for Virgo today is the art of surrender. You cannot organize, categorize, or logic your way out of the emotional waves that are crashing into your partnerships. You must consciously let go of the desperate need to control the outcome or to fix the other person. If communication with a partner is confusing, messy, or circular today, step back. Give the situation breathing room. You must rely entirely on empathy, active listening, and unconditional positive regard, rather than your usual tools of criticism and practical analysis. The karmic push for you today is to learn how to exist gracefully within the messy, undefined, and beautifully imperfect spaces of human connection. True abundance and peace for Virgo today will only come from forgiving past relationship wounds, dropping the armor of perfectionism, and allowing yourself to be truly, emotionally vulnerable. The third sign that will feel a massive, tectonic, energetic shift today is Gemini. Like Virgo, Gemini is also ruled by the planet Mercury, meaning that whenever Mercury goes retrograde, your entire life rhythm is disrupted. Currently, your ruling planet is moving backward through the dense, blinding fog of Pisces. For Gemini, this entire stellium of planets, Mars, the North Node, and retrograde Mercury, is occurring at the very top of your astrological chart, in your 10th house. This highly visible sector governs your career, your ultimate life path, your public image, your reputation, and the long-term legacy you are building in the world. With Mars and the North Node igniting this area, you are feeling a destined, almost agonizing push regarding your professional life. You may wake up today with a sudden, overwhelming urge to completely change your career trajectory, to abandon the corporate world, to pursue a calling that feels more spiritually fulfilling, or to take a massive, unprecedented risk in your public life. The desire to conquer your ambitions is burning brightly. However, because your ruler, Mercury, is moving backward through this exact same area, you are likely feeling completely paralyzed by indecision. You may find yourself entirely unable to clearly communicate your brilliant professional vision to authority figures, bosses, or the public. You feel the drive to move, but the fog is too thick to see the road. The essential advice for Gemini today is to exercise extreme patience. Do not make sudden, irreversible public declarations. Do not dramatically quit your job today, and absolutely avoid signing new, long-term employment contracts while the retrograde obscures the fine print. Instead, utilize this powerful, karmic energy to become a silent strategist. Pull back from the public eye and use today to quietly review, revise, and restructure your ultimate life goals. Ask yourself the hard questions. Are you working simply for a paycheck and external validation? Or are you actually building a legacy that aligns with the truth of your soul? Use today to deeply reconnect with your most profound professional aspirations. Revisit old business ideas, manuscripts, or creative concepts that you previously discarded. They may hold the hidden key to your future success. Your potent energy today is best spent entirely behind the scenes, organizing your thoughts, refining your craft, and preparing in the shadows for the exact moment when the fog finally lifts, allowing you to step forward into the spotlight with brilliant, undeniable, and intuitive clarity. In closing, the 13th of March 2026 is a day that demands reverence for the unseen. It is a portal, a day of profound spiritual significance where the rigid structures of the material world temporarily dissolve, leaving us floating in the waters of our own potential. Do not fight the current today. Trying to swim against the cosmic tide will only result in exhaustion. Instead, allow yourself to be moved by the silent music of the universe. Listen closely to the subtle whispers of your soul. Protect your energetic boundaries fiercely, and trust unequivocally that the confusing detours, delays, and fogs of today are actually the exact, divinely orchestrated pathways leading you directly toward your ultimate destiny. Breathe deeply, walk gently upon the earth, and let your intuition be your only guide.